Welcome back, and now tune into the other side of sports. I'm your host, Laws in the building. It's me, it's my man Ern. We in here rocking out. You already know. It's a lot of stuff on tap. For starters, saw this story up, Ern. I was like, dog, this would be good to talk about. This man, Solomon Bucci, he's like a writer. I want to say like he's been on the TED Talks. He's I don't want to call him motivational speaker, but he does like relationships and stuff. And so he posted this, like he posted a picture of, his girl. And then he wrote this message. He says, "You're not the most beautiful woman. Neither are you the most intelligent woman. But I've chosen to never find perfection in anyone else. I put my gaze on you. And with that commitment, we would mold ourselves for ourselves. Our perfection is our commitment." Stating that you're not the most beautiful, intelligent, might sound like it's not a compliment. Yeah, but it is a realistic base for real love. Acknowledging that my woman isn't the best, but I'm not looking for the best. I'm looking for you, and I found you. There's no best. There's just someone you choose and see the best in them. This to me is real love, not the one that consoles itself in the false reality that their partner is the most good looking, most intelligent, most successful person in the world. That's disingenuous and doesn't give room for love to thrive. My love for you isn't about you being the best. It's about you being you. There's just no other. I love you. I'm committed to you. I miss you so much, but my love for you is stronger than distance. And then whatever. So he signs it off. So the internet was in a little tizzy over this, dog. Because he said his younger was not the most beautiful, not the most intelligent.
You a bum!
and that's the part of it that, this is just my perspective. The bum Jones that are insecure hung their hat on.
He's a clown, first of all. Like, what he said, one side is 100% true. Like,
Okay.
if you just want to leave it on the logic aspect, the accuracy, and the correct approach to dating, and I feel like a big struggle in the Black community is people trying to date out of their league, date out of their category, and feeling like entitled to getting everything that they desired as a kid. This princess mentality that everybody has, and that includes the guys. Like, you got guys that's 5'7", 250 pounds. They think they supposed to have a younger with a thin waist, big butt, 3 degrees, cook clean, have kids. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
everybody thinks that they just entitled to this fairy tale thing. Now we always talk about applying logic to real life. Mm-hmm. It's an idiotic ass thing to type, and it's selfish because it's like you want to enter this journalistic like pathway and try to be perceived as this like introspective, like different thinker, but it essentially insults your youngin in the way that women think. Like, you can't change the way women think.
Yeah.
You can't reprogram it just based on you having a desire to have people view something you've written as deep or being introspective. Like, you can't rewire the way a woman thinks. And I'm sure like he probably ran it past her and did whatever like sideways explanations he felt like he needed to do to make her okay with him publishing it, or at least giving her a heads up. But it's an idiotic ass take. And I think it could potentially be a precipitous for like issues further on down the line. Like, he could be creating insecurities in this woman just by writing this article, where she knows, like, even though women know they're not the most beautiful, they don't need to hear the man that is committing to them saying you're not the most beautiful woman.
Agreed.
They don't. It's even more so the intelligence. Like,
yeah.
And it's just
it's a backhanded insult. Well, part of it though, I do think needs to be kind of addressed, because the opposite of this is a man being disingenuous, like in what he's saying to his wife, like, basically putting forth something that's not a reality, and in the conversations that were had about it, they were just basically saying like, well, if your wife doesn't look good, you should tell her that she does look good, even if she doesn't.
No.
Because that's how women think. Like, it's like, oh, you need to say the nice thing over the truth.
But they're
at all times.
So we're not saying just because he's an idiot that makes them geniuses. That's not where we're going with this.
No.
There's a way to have conversations in context without blowing smoke up people's asses or being brutally honest when unnecessary. Like she knows she's not the most beautiful person in the world. You shouldn't feel like you have to go out and tell the world based on you being selfish and how you want to be perceived in writing this article, or you wanting to be. It's selfish to me. It's self-centered for him to have to take that approach to convey the point. Like he could have made all of the points about like the priorities you need to make in dating and the sacrifices you need to make in dating, and not being vain, like shedding all of those vain expectations and entitlements that people have, without being like my young and weak. And she's not that smart. And it makes me look at him like a clown. Like I don't know. You say he's like this guy on the internet.
She don't got a father in her life, apparently, dog.
Or a big brother. Because somebody should have put hands on that band.
Yeah, because there's no way that you could just think that that's okay to do that. You know, like
it's so selfish, though.
It is.
And he knew it was going to garner the clickbait. That's what I mean. It's all about the reaction that he knew he was going to get versus, is this the decision I want to make for the woman that I'm with? Like, does this suit her best interest?
Yeah.
Because if she said, he got a little meat, and you know he ain't the best pipe at, dudes will be upset, up in arms.
What? It happened before.
He don't really got
DJ Envy. You ain't heard? You heard about this?
We expect him. He beige. We expect those kind of like things coming from him. But it's like, if she was to like lay that kind of stuff out, Bama's would be up and on. So it's like you gotta approach it the same way on both sides as it relates to just being an idiot and not saying stuff that you don't necessarily need to say.
Yeah, that's a fact.
And that's probably the exact like sentiment that we like. We're in enough group chats to know like guys be having conversations about when they didn't bring their A game, or when Bama's couldn't swing up the bat and like fell short. And like certain guys know, but the girls don't necessarily have to be like, hey, you rank number 7 on the list of 30, you rank number 2, you rank number, you know what I mean? It's just like, do you want to be that transparent all the way around the board?
Yeah, nah.
Your ego wouldn't be able to handle it. So why would you put her in that situation?
Yeah, you're right. You're right, dog. All right.